Brothers, we have landed on a planet that I haven't been on in quite a long time, Eddie Town. When I used to indulge in this activity a bit more, it always sparked my creative juices. I'd go on photo missions and take pictures. I would think I could sing and record myself. I still have those voice notes. They will never see the light of day. I actually have to delete them. If anyone stole my iCloud, I would be the most nervous of those being leaked. Me, like, earnestly attempting to sing. I think I tried to sing August by Noah Cyrus and probably like Wagon Wheel or something. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. I feel like I've let my inner artist die. You know, you become an adult and then you think that your life has to suck and you have to abandon all those things. And so then you do that. My fiance keeps telling me I have to stop saying do. There's no need to ever say do. You could just say do. Today I figured I would get some help from my friend Edison Weedley, and I will just let myself be free. Throw up art, go crazy, let my brain wander, have some challenges that I want to do that I think will help train the muscle. I have colored pencils and crayons and markers galore. If you're looking over there and wondering what the hell is going on here, this is my second angle. I don't have a very good setup right now, but I do have an iPad. As a warm-up, I'm gonna draw the first thing I can recollect ever drawing, which is Bugs Bunny. When I was little, my grandfather used to make birthday cards for all of us every single birthday. On them, he always did characters like the Looney Tunes. I really wanted to learn how to draw like he did, and so he taught me how to draw Bugs Bunny. These are actually my grandfather's pens. These aren't pens. When he passed, my grandma and my aunt gave me these. Try not to use them too much because they're sentimental too, but I don't want to give them to someone when I die. Isn't it weird that there was a trend to sniff these at high? Just take an edible. Where is it? I give up. No, I need a red. It's gotta be red. Oh. See, that felt like that visual of the guy mining and he's just about to hit the diamonds. I could have stopped, but I was an inch away from finding my diamond. I'm having so much fun already. Nobody has fun anymore. And nobody wants to talk about the political and economic state of the world right now. Here's where I messed up. He has very large ears and I left zero room for ears. So let's get a little creative, shall we? With art projects, I tend to get very ambitious and want to learn a new craft and then just go to the extreme of it to the point where I no longer enjoy the craft. For example, I wanted to learn how to draw a portrait, and so I actually, let me find it. I don't want to get it, sorry. I drew a portrait of Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones. It took me so long and it was so hard that I just burnt myself out and never drew another portrait after that. I don't have to do it again, I proved I could. As if this is a competition. It's supposed to be for fun. The other craft that I burnt myself out from very quickly was crocheting. I learned how to crochet, made a scarf. I started being like, you know what? I'm a pro. And then I made a very small yarn bucket hat. That one wore me out. I never picked up that crochet needle ever again. The other aspect of my hobby intensity is that I go really deep into it. As you can see, I have now bought a bunch of crochet equipment, including a electric crochet stitch counter, because I really thought that was gonna be my new brand. I wanna get back into it. I just have to take a break because making that bucket hat, just pain and sorrow. If you're seeing a bunch of stray hairs, please don't judge. I have a rabbit in this room and I have 2 dogs that shed a ton. I'm just gonna breeze through the end game here. It was a good warm-up. I'm not very proud of it, but I gotta just take the pressure off. I think that every single thing has to be a masterpiece, and then if it's not, I'm like, you know what? I should just quit. Just imagine this is all super gray. And there we have our warm-up. A very familiar thing to draw. Not my best work, we won't lie, but I haven't drawn. I drawed that? Drew, idiot! Oh my god. I haven't drew. Let's sign it just for shits and gigs, because I love to sign my little signature. Actually, remember where I came up with my signature? Econ in high school, because I was like, this is so boring, I don't care. Let me think of my lifelong signature. I don't remember one thing from econ, besides the supply and demand curve, but I do remember my signature. Made use of that class. Do what makes you proud. I don't know what I was saying. I'm gonna be doing a giveaway of each of my artwork, so if you would like to receive this in the mail, just like, comment, and subscribe, and then leave your address, names, and phone number in the comments below. I'm kidding, don't do that. But no. Do like, comment, and subscribe, please. I just want some engagement on here. I literally had to go to TikTok just to feel something because the YouTube algorithm recommends my video to no one, or it recommends it to people that are just like, what? This is not my content. I wanted to do a game where I tried to draw characters from memory. I've seen other people do this and I just thought it would be so fun to try to do this. Okay. I was gonna do a generator, but then I got scared of carbon monoxide. Starting off, I think we should do Patrick Star. I know his eyes are like oval type things, and then I feel like he just smiles. When I used to babysit in high school, actually I was in middle school, and I was babysitting a kid that was literally a year or a year and a half younger than me, so it was kind of weird. We pretended that my sister and I were secret agent spies and he could join the spy forces if he went through a bunch of challenges. I was a great babysitter. One time I babysat him for so many hours. It was like a whole day operation. I think it was a Saturday. They came back probably like 8 hours later and gave me a $20 bill. Of course, that's not actually the right amount of money for that duration of time, but $20 from them was a lot. When they handed me the $20 bill, they saw that I was very grateful and appreciative and a little bit in shock. And they said, don't worry, we just don't have change. We'll deduct from your next payment. I didn't think twice about that. Next payment, $3. This looks really good. I feel like he has little like freckles or something. And then his pants have like that amorphous star, I think. Let me just broaden his shoulders. This guy's got a mog on us. Is that the right term? I don't know. I went on a ski trip this past weekend and all of my straight guy friends are so in the know with all of the like clavicular terminology and the memes on Reddit or Twitter, or I don't know where they're getting their information, but they were all making the like looks maxing jokes and I just sat there giggling. But I didn't get it. I mean, I get it, looks max, but I don't get why it's funny. Sometimes you just want to fit in, so you giggle. Does he have a belly button? I'm gonna give him a belly button. Ladies! Ladies are my dogs. They're not captive ladies that I have in my house. Let's give him his freckles. Does he have eyebrows? SpongeBob. Hi, SpongeBob. No, he doesn't have eyebrows. Oh, this is the perfect color pink. Honestly, I think I nailed that. This literally looks like Mr. Patrick. The reason I'm signing at the bottom is because my grandfather always said, you sign your work. And actually, my dad said, you always put the date. Oh my God, it is 2026, right? It's February, so that's still okay to question. Patrick Star, SpongeBob. Patrick Star. Oh, I put in 2 R's accidentally. I kind of nailed that. He does have eyebrows, but overall, I'm very proud of this. Next character, the first thing that comes to mind is the guy from the Frosted Flakes, Tony the Tiger. I just don't even know what he looks like. No, maybe this is a good one. Oh God. Okay, well, a tiger is a cat, so it's probably like the cat mouth, but I feel like his mouth is usually open. That's great. So the mouth open was right. Growing up, my favorite cereal, I think just because of what my mom ended up buying, was Kix. I used to do the activities on the back. I remember sitting at breakfast and just staring at that back of the box as if I haven't done that crossword puzzle now for 7 days straight. And somehow that kept my attention. But now, I can't even watch a show without being on TikTok and watching a YouTube video simultaneously. I have a problem. Okay, this is definitely too big of a bicep. This looks like the type of bicep of those people that inject oil and stuff into their arms. I know you're not ripped. I know you have oil in your bicep. For some reason, I feel like he just wears pants, like 80s short pants. Okay, I don't care about the rest of the body. The biggest thing I care about is the face. I feel like he wears gloves. Why do all cartoon characters wear white gloves? There's gotta be some background story there, no? I wish I had access to Siri. Actually, God knows she won't know. What time is it? I'll look that up on the internet for you. I don't know how I feel about this one. I feel like he's way more like very great. Maybe it resembles. Does he have a name? Tony the Tiger. I already knew that. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Blue nose. What? I was right about the like bulbous vibe. Oh, he doesn't wear pants. Mine looks way more like a cat. Pretty categorically wrong. For this next one, I think I want to switch up the medium because I'm getting a little bored of the markers, you know? I want to switch it up. I want to feel something new. Let's just go straight back to elementary school and do these crayons. Okay, Okay, this stresses me out. This makes me feel like I'm at a macaroni grill. Oh, the smell of crayons. Wow, forgot about that. My dad took me with my brother on a fun Crayola Factory Father's Sunday. I was young though, because I barely remember this memory. But the other things I remember, that was the first time I ever had Peeps. I think that's the time that my dad took us to his equivalent of the Crayola Factory, which was the Martin Guitar Store. I remember they gave me a wood piece. It was circular. I don't know what that was, but it was on my shelf in my house for years. And then our car got towed. Those are my only memories of that day. And I would say those are plenty of memories, because what I did the day before that, couldn't tell you. Isn't that crazy? You have to anchor your memory in the new thing that you did that day. Otherwise, it's just another day. For example, I will always remember that today I got hella high and did a bunch of art challenges. Memorable. Neuroplasticity. I hope I'm using that right. You want to hear something crazy? They did an experiment where they showed a bunch of people an image on a screen, and they would just like show an image, take it off screen. Show another image, take it off screen. And it would be like a dog, a cat, an apple. Things that were very familiar. And then in the middle of this experiment, they would show on screen a woman in a bikini, and then they would take it away, and then they would go back a banana, a tree, a bush, a natural bush. No, a bush that you would see in nature, a bush outside. When they asked the people afterwards, how long did the apple appear on screen? The people would say like, oh, 2 seconds. Okay, banana, 2 seconds. Tree, 2 seconds. All participants of the experiment, when they asked about the bikini-clad woman, the individuals said that that appeared for like 15 to 30 seconds, a minute. And it turns out all of those images, the apple, the banana, and the bikini-clad woman, appeared on screen for the same amount of time. Both men and women analyzed the unsuspecting photo so much more with their brain and took in so much more information that they literally perceive time differently. This was one of the experiments that led to the understanding that your memory is entirely related to the amount of information that you're taking in. You and I could be sitting down at lunch just the same, but for me, I could think that lunch is lasting so much longer because I just flew in from a different city, and so this is all a new experience, versus this is your go-to spot, and so nothing there is new. You order the same old thing, and so your brain's not on hyperdrive. It's already very familiar with your surroundings, whereas I am taking in all this new info. And so when we would leave that lunch, I would have perceived that to be much longer than you had. Anyway, that's why I'm gonna switch up to crayons. Wow, that was a tangent. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to give me a random character. Please give me a character. Batman. His face is kind of like a square. I wish I had a reference of my head. Oh, I do, I have a mirror. I look at my reference in the mirror and just draw the most beautiful looking human ever. I think his neck is exposed, but then we get into like a crazy bod. Big boobas, some abs. I'm gonna make him holding a bat that he caught. Don't worry, he's gonna release this bat. He's just like annoyed because the bat flew into his face while they were all exiting the cave. He just grabbed it, and so this is mid-action shot. What does a bat look like? I feel like they're one of the weirdest looking creatures, and whenever somebody shows me a picture of one, I just look away because I'm like, eh. Just imagine this is like abs, because I don't want to do it. And he has like hands, okay? And shoots. Beautiful. Obviously ignore the lower regions. This is my Batman. Okay, well, not my best work. Let me see if they have cartoon Batman squeezing a bat. No, I'm the first. This would be so embarrassing to find later on in life and be like, oh my gosh, when did I make that? Like, what? How old was I? Oh, 27. Maybe I'll throw these out after. Or no, I forgot. I'm doing a giveaway. Don't forget to enter. Next up, I'm gonna do the 5-second, 30-second, minute challenge. Basically, you split up your paper in 3 ways. In each region of the paper, you draw the same thing, but with a different time constraint. And the next time maybe, oh, no! Erase. Erase. Yes, I wipe things off with my sock. I'm gonna start with an apple. I actually kind of want a snack. I kind of forgot I was filming a YouTube video. If you ever want a good snack, get the spicy tempura seaweed snacks from Trader Joe's. I just housed that entire bag and ripped through these mochi balls. What were we doing? I was gonna draw an apple. Timer set and go. And with that, we have our apple. What the hell are these other ones gonna look like? 30 seconds and go. The yellow, okay. 5 seconds. 3, 2, there you have it. This is actually a June berry. Tell me an everyday common item. A coffee mug. Four seconds. Wow. We'll give it a shine. No, we won't. 30 seconds. Beautiful. Okay, 5 seconds. I did take the cap off before it started. It's brown. No. Okay, what do you think? I think it's beautiful. Just sign that. 2026. Still smells bad. I feel like my creativity has been unleashed. It's thawing. I'm no longer scared to pick up a crayon. Not that I was scared before. And I had fun. And I hope you had fun watching. If you've watched until this point, please make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next week. Unleash your inner artist.